someone that's coming on the show with us live, someone that is now 4 for 4 in district championship games at South Range. Every year, from freshman to senior year, they've won it. And coming from South Range to talk about being a part of that kind of greatness is Riley DeCiancio. Riley, thanks for coming on, girl. We are so happy to have you on.
Thank you.
Should we start calling you De Champion? Is that something that
That is
just
just
bid
fine.
you?
It is up to
Uh,
you, whatever you would like.
with the 4 for 4, going throughout your high school career, winning district championships the way you have. Um, what's that like? Like, not everyone gets to experience that by a long shot. What's that been like for you?
It's very exciting. So, as a freshman, I was swinging both from JV to varsity, and it was really nice to be with those girls as well. And every year it's been more special, especially this year now that I can call myself the senior, and me and my friends are able to do it every year.
You reflect on the first one, like you said, freshman year, you were kind of getting your feet wet for varsity, swinging back and forth. What are some of the big changes you see from that year to this year in yourself?
In myself personally, I have overcome a lot of mental blocks, and at the end of the day, I have to remind myself that it's just a part of the game and it happens. And every day you got to get better.
Since you no longer have those mental slumps anymore, obviously, with the success you're having, when did it click for you? When do you think you finally got confidence and got things rolling throughout your career?
Honestly, probably this year. This year has been the biggest year for me mentally, especially. I've also overcome a lot of physical things over the years, but this year, definitely mentally, I've had the best year yet.
If you go through the years, every year your role on the team grew a little bit. You were asked to do a little bit more. This year was no different, and you knew that coming into the season. You knew, hey, I'm going to be asked of a lot. I'm going to have a lot on my shoulders as a senior, as a leader, as someone on this team that's just expected to do good things. What was that like getting ready for senior season, knowing that there was going to be just a little bit more responsibility and things demanded of you?
If I'm being honest, it really wasn't that terrible. The girls that we play with every single year, they feel like sisters, so it doesn't feel like that much of a difference. And everybody pretty much does well and listening and understanding when it's time for the game, it's time for the game.
We've been talking to your teammates, and obviously this is a South Range season that if you told people this is how it went back in maybe January, they would say, well, no, we're going to have all the pieces that we have, injuries and all these things kind of plagued you guys throughout the year, but you stood tall through it. Talk about grinding through that as a senior and trying to keep this team positive through a lot of adversity that you guys had to face both before the season started and during the season.
We really just had to stay close to one another and lean on one another and understand that things aren't always going to go our way. And whether we have win or lose, we have to bounce back and keep going.
Through all the ups and downs of the season, you guys seem to be streaking at the right time. Your offense is lighting it up. You just got that 12-5 win in the district championship. What kind of lets this team know exactly when to turn it on when tournament time comes up?
Well, when we went into the first playoff game, Coach Starkey said that it was a new season from that point on and that we were going to be a new team. And that's really just what we've done.
All right, since you're a new team, I guess the big question is, what's the biggest difference between, before tournament time and the team right now that's playing now in a regional semifinal?
I think that we're really putting in our entire effort and our all because we know that any game could be our last, especially for us seniors. I know that Jaylee's going on to play in college, but for the rest of us, we aren't. So we know that it's going to be our last. And I feel like since we do have that close sisterhood between all of us on the team, everybody understands that we really need to just go all out.
All right, as a senior, you've been able to see a lot of young players come up and really fill in big roles in this team, and you're trying to lead them and guide them along their way. You were a freshman once, too. You were an underclassman. How proud are you as a senior of seeing these girls that are freshmen or underclassmen coming up and just making monster impacts on the field for this team?
I am extremely proud of Mud. Well, Sophia Brogan, she is spectacular. I mean, she's just amazing on the field and off. Her and her sister both, the Brogan sisters, love them. They are amazing. And it's awesome.
They are. Are there any of those underclassmen that you feel like you've taken a special interest in, that you feel like you've taken under your wing a little bit, and when they succeed even more as they go on, you're going to feel a little bit of a sense of pride knowing that you really helped them along their journey?
For underclassmen, so I consider the junior class as upperclassmen, so I would probably say also Mud. I feel like all of us on the team have stuck very close to her, and anytime that she's succeeding, it feels like, well, really for anybody succeeding, it feels like the entire team is, but especially with Mud. I'm just so proud of her.
I also want to talk about this outfield at South Range because you're a part of it, and it's a certified no-fly zone back there. Whether it's Selena back there or if she's pitching, yeah, you in center field, whoever's out there, you guys have a lockdown outfield. And what's it like to be a part of a unit out there? Left, center, right doesn't matter. Where you all trust each other, you communicate so well, and to do that, you have to trust each other so well. So, what's it like to be a part of this unit in the outfield?
It's honestly great because whether I'm playing right or center, I know that I can trust the people around me and we can count on each other to know that if we need help getting a ball or we can't see in the sun, one fun thing that I say in right field whenever Selena's in center, I can just say Sol because it's either saying sun or Selena. And it's a funny little thing that we have with each other.
That's awesome. Do you have a favorite center or right that you like to be in?
I don't. I love both of them.
When you think about being a senior and all the emotions that come with senior year, you're doing a lot of things for the last time, like you said, not playing softball in college, so this is the last time that you get to lace up as a softball player. How have you handled the emotional aspect of senior year and trying to deal with all that?
Honestly, I feel like I'm very detached from it. I mean, I graduate in 2 days. I'm not really feeling the fact that it's going to be the last season, the last time that I'm at school. And I feel like it's going to hit me once it's over.
Did it hit you at all during senior night? Was that one of the things that was like, this is kind of real, or did that kind of feel numb to you?
It did. It did a lot on senior night. But then, like, at the beginning of the season for the games, it felt like we were still in the playoff season, leading off from last year. It felt like there wasn't really a gap in between. Um, Other than losing Gretchen last year, which was so hard because she was one of my best friends. However, I feel like on senior night, especially, I was definitely feeling the fact that, like, this is the last time that I'm going to be playing with these girls. And it's pretty sad.
One of the things that we loved about senior night are the seniors brought their dads on for one last catch. We haven't gotten a chance to talk to a senior about that yet. What was it like for you to be able to experience that during senior night?
It was awesome. My mom was there. She was catching. The very first one went straight past her head and it almost hit her, but it was so amazing. It was awesome to share that with her.
You'd be in a lot of trouble if you hit your mom.
I know. It literally went right past her head.
A lot of trouble. No dinner for you. Talk more about your family and the support you get and how much that means to you going through your whole career and how much you can reflect on how much support you've gotten.
My mom is definitely my biggest supporter. I can remember her at almost every single game, taking me to every practice, rain or shine, whether she wanted to be there or not. She always had a smile on her face cheering me on. It's awesome to be able to look back and have that.
You have great role models in your life. You're talking about your mom that's always there for you. How much do you think the role models in your life help you be a role model to, whether it be the underclassmen or whether it even be younger girls in the community that want to be on the team in the future?
It's helped me a lot because my mom always tells me that it's part of the game and it's going to happen. If I strike out or I miss a ball, it's all part of the game. And when you're on the other side of it, you don't really understand and see the hurt that it is and that the other person is going through. So I try and explain that to the other girls on the team. As upset with you, as upset you are with yourself, other people are on the other side having the joy that you have whenever somebody else has it. So it's important to just move on from it and keep going.
Yesterday on the show, we talked about Coach DeRose and Coach Farron and the success they've had since they kind of took this role together back in 2010. You guys have won 11 district champions since that point. From your perspective, you've been with them for 4 years. What does this staff, and especially those two, what do they bring to the field, to the culture, to the program that you think has let this team be so successful for so long?
A main thing that they do is they hype us up before every game and just they have us keep going and they give us a goal. And this year's goal was to make it to the regional tournament. And we're there now. So now they made our next goal to get to the state tournament. And it's just, I love that we always have a goal and we're always working towards something.
Since we only get to see them during a game, take us through like a typical South Range softball practice. What are some things that you always know that are going to be said from Coach DeRose? What are some things that he likes to harp on? What are some things that really are core fundamentals to a Coach DeRose-led softball team?
At the beginning of the season, We always are doing Stevies every single day. I don't know if you know what those are, but like there'd be, I guess you'd call them everydays. Those are something. Those will always stick with you. But I know that we'll go through Stevies, we'll do tweeners, we'll do 7 innings every single practice.
What are you going to miss the most about this program when you graduate and you're no longer a part of this softball program? What are some things you're going to miss the most?
I'm going to miss the girls on the team, definitely. They have some of my best friends, and every single one of them truly do feel like sisters, and that's going to miss the most.
We are definitely not going to let you out of here without talking about your future. You're going on to do great things, maybe not on the softball field, but great things nonetheless. What are some of your future plans? What do you see for yourself on the horizon?
I am planning to attend YSU. I believe, as of now, I'm entering undecided, but I think that I want to go into business management and then further go on to pursue real estate.
What kind of drove you towards wanting to, go into business management and then having that track lead to real estate? Are there people in your life that are realtors that kind of showed you the way, or is that something you've been interested in for a long time? What got you into that career path?
I've been interested in it for a while. As like a child, I moved around a lot, and I've always wanted to be the one to bless families with their forever home, and I would love to be able to do that.
YSU is close to home. Are you going to be living on campus still? Or are you going to be one of those people that stays home and commutes to campus?
I'm going to live at home with my mom and my little brother. Yeah, it's only 15 minutes away, so why not?
Gotta stay at home, right? So I guess the normal question we ask when people are going to college is what they're going to miss most about home and the things that they're leaving. But I'll still ask you this. What is something that a comfort of home that when you do eventually leave the nest that you think you're going to miss the most? What is something that your mom does for you almost every day that maybe you have to learn before you leave the nest?
I got to think about that. I think that I'm definitely going to miss the bond that my mom and I have because we're able to talk to each other about literally anything. And I mean, I know that I can still call her, but it means more whenever you're able to be in person and give a hug.
What's your mom's best home cooked meal that you're going to miss the most?
Probably her garlic parm chicken and potatoes. So amazing.
Right around lunchtime.
Grandma make a killer peach cobbler.
We're always asking food questions right around lunchtime. It's a mistake on my part because then I get hungry.
Okay. I just got up from roads. I'm good.
I love it. Talk about the bond you said you have between you and your mom, and how much do you think that helps you? We talked about help being a role model, but what does it help you in the future that you think about business and all the things that you're going to be having to learn? How many lessons are you going to take away from your mom and the things that she's been able to teach you?
My mom is somebody who has lived through a lot, so she gives great advice and so many life lessons. So I'm going to be able to carry those on to whether I give them to my friends or to family or just other people that I meet in life. There's always something that I can give.
Riley, my last question for you is going to be when you graduate in 2 days and you hold that diploma, you reflect on all the things you've been able to do at South Range. What are going to be some of the things that you're most proud of yourself for being able to accomplish, whether it be on the softball diamond, in this classroom? What are some things that you're really proud of yourself for being able to do?
One of the most proud of things that I would say is actually related to school and friends. I came here my freshman year, and I'm very proud of myself for being able to overcome the academic challenge and difference from my old school, and also having the ability to build the friends and close bonds that I've had, and whether they are just inside of the school or whenever they carry on to the field.
Riley, we end these player profiles the same way every time. We want to give you the chance to thank your support staff, the people that are always there for you no matter what, and as many as you want to thank and give shout outs to, I want to give you the time to do so.
Okay. I would like to thank my mom, of course, my older brother, Dean, my grandma, and Larry. Let's see who else. My Uncle Mark, I think he's watching this right now. And then I would also like to thank my closest friends. I would love to thank Giada and Heidi, Anna, Kira. I would love to thank all of them, and then the entire softball team.
Riley, we want to thank you so much for coming on, talking to us today. We appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck in regionals coming up. We know you want to make that run to state. We'd love to ride along with you. We will talk to you in real soon. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
You got it, Riley.